Hello and welcome to your Bachelor of Engineering program here at Carleton University. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We hope that you find the information helpful as you begin your engineering studies here at Carleton. By the end of this presentation, you'll have an understanding of what you can expect in your classroom experiences and some strategies to successfully navigate your university courses. In today's presentation, I'll be reviewing these important topics: who's who in the classroom etiquette, high school versus university courses, and tips for university success. Knowing these basics about what university classes are like and what your professors will expect of you will help you have a strong start to your courses come September. There are several key contacts in your academic experiences. Here are some quick insight into who's who in the classroom. All lectures are taught by Carleton professors or contract instructors. Professors are experts in their field, hold PhDs, and have research labs and projects in addition to teaching. Contract instructors are also experts in their field, usually work full-time in industry in addition to teaching. Professors and instructors will deliver your lecture courses. Course labs and/or problem analysis sessions are led by a teaching assistant, also known as a TA. Often, TAs are graduate students in the subject area, though in some first-year e-core courses, upper-year undergraduate engineering students are TAs. For some of your engineering courses, there will be a head TA who will be your first point of contact for labs and group projects. It's important that you know who both your professor and your TA are, as they will be your first point of contact for all matters relating to your courses. If you need help with course material or need clarification on course deliverables, you'll need to contact your TA or instructor. Make sure to check your course outline to see who you need to contact first. Oftentimes it's your TAs, but sometimes you'll need to attend professor office hours. When to contact who will be included in your course outlines. Some reminders for meeting with your professor or TA. Always ask for help when you need it, after you've tried to find the answer to your questions yourself. And don't wait until the last minute. Be prepared with your questions and arrive with enough time to have your questions addressed. Make sure to thank your professor or TA for their time and assistance. Don't forget, if you've booked a specific time with your professor or TA, it's important that you arrive on time. Many professors and TAs schedule back-to-back appointments, and it may be difficult for them to accommodate delays. Some reasons that you may need to contact your TA or professor. Make sure to double-check your course page to see if the answer is already posted there first before doing so. You can reach out about questions you have about the course as a whole or lecture content, personal matters or concerns about the course, review of your graded coursework, conflicts with group projects, questions about an upcoming assignment or lab, or you want to know where to find additional practice problems. Here are some tips to help you communicate with your TA or professor when you need to reach out to them. Use your Carleton's email account for all emails. University employees are unable to respond to private email addresses like your Gmail or your Yahoo. Include the following information in the subject: course code, term, and email topic. For example, eCore 1042C, Fall 2021, Group Project Question. Address your instructors as professor with their last name or their title. For example, Professor Smith, or Mr. Smith, or Dr. Smith. You should not use greetings like hey or what's up. After the greeting, include a summary of what your issues are, questions or concerns you have in regards to why you are reaching out. If your email is urgent or time sensitive, you can indicate so in the body of your email. End your email with a sign-off such as kind regards or thank you. Add your signature at the end, which includes your full name and student number, as well as the course code lecture and lab section. Many students also select to include their pronouns. Remember, your professor will not respond immediately. Most professors will tell you their expected response time. It's generally 48 to 72 hours, but can differ from professor to professor. Avoid following up in this time frame with question marks or still waiting messages. Also, be considerate of the hours you are emailing your professor. If you message them at 2 a.m. and you're asking a question about a lab that's due at 9 a.m., it's likely too late. Here is an example of how to properly communicate with your professors. Take some time to read through the slide. Now let's talk about classroom etiquette. As you prepare for university courses, there are some key actions you need to take to ensure you're getting the most out of your classroom experiences. Make sure you attend or watch for asynchronous online courses every lecture. Yes, every single one of them. For in-person or online synchronous classes, try to arrive or log in a few minutes early and stay for the whole class. If you absolutely need to miss a class, contact a classmate to get notes and a summary of what you missed. Prepare for class every week. Look over the topics and readings for the week before you attend the lecture. It may also be helpful to review your notes from the previous week as well. Participate in your classes by actively listening, writing notes by hand, asking questions, copying down examples, and highlighting your notes. Remember, the time you have in class with your professor is usually limited to about 3 hours a week. Do everything you can to learn the content and understand and apply them in examples during the lectures. Summarize key topics covered in each lecture and indicate action items like practice problems that your professor or course outline indicates you need to do after class. Avoid getting distracted as you learn. Focus on just one thing at a time. Class and study time should be uninterrupted. Turn off your phone and TV and close background apps that could be drawing your focus away. Also, don't be a distraction to others in the classrooms. Avoid leaving mid-class, shopping online, watching videos, private messaging your classmates, and talking loudly to one another. This is unprofessional and is distracting to other students as well as your professors and TAs. It's hard to know what to expect in university courses when you've spent 4 years in high school courses. Here are some of the biggest differences students find making the transition to university engineering courses. So now let's go over some of the differences. In high school, teachers will usually know your name as they interact with you on an individual basis daily or weekly. In university, first-year professors can have 1,000+ students per term across their course sections, so knowing every student's name is not possible. High school classes tend to be approximately 30 students. In university, class sizes in first-year engineering lectures can be 200 to 300 students. Labs, 60 to 80. For fall 2021, on-campus lab sections will have lowered classroom capacities due to public health measures. In high school, you can have flexible due dates. In university, these are firm dates and deadlines. Accommodations for missing a deadline will only be granted in exceptional circumstances, for example, an illness or religious obligation on the date of a midterm or exam. If you are sick on a deadline for a lab, though, it's likely that you had the week to work on it, so plan ahead. High school, you could usually have an exam resit. In university, final exams are final. If students are too ill to write them, they can request a deferral through the registrar to be written at a later date. For example, a December exam can be written in January, an April exam in May. Once a student writes an exam, it cannot be rewritten. In high school, you're probably used to collaborating on assignments and labs. In university, group work will be specified as such. Individual labs or assignments are meant to be authored individually. That means you write your answers. It's okay to discuss a lab with classmates. Just don't copy and share answers. That may be considered unauthorized collaboration or plagiarism. In high school, your parents or guardians can talk to your teachers. In university, FIPPA prevents university representatives, including professors, from discussing your academic records with your parents or guardians. In high school, content is usually presented at a steady pace several times a week. University lectures are 3 hours, so content is covered at a faster pace than in high school. And in university, you may have just 1 lecture per week per course, so there's a lot of content taught in those 3 hours. In high school, your teachers cover last class at the beginning of the next class. University professors don't often do this. So if you have questions, ask them in the class when the content is being taught or during office hours. This also makes catching up very difficult. Do everything you can to keep up with learning content as it's taught. Teachers reteach foundational concepts. Professors will expect that coming from high school, you already know some foundational concepts, for example, in math. In August, we strongly recommend that all new students access the Foundations of Engineering content on your Brightspace page. You can find more information on our first year website. In high school, you can have alternative marking schemes or make up assignments to improve your final grades. In university, professors don't offer alternative marking schemes for individual students. What's in the course outline is how your final grade will be calculated. If you earn a low test or homework grade in high school, your teacher or guidance counselor will contact you and your parents. This won't happen in university. If you earn a low grade on a lab, test, or midterm exam, your professor won't reach out to you. The first year advising team will only know your course grades once final grades are posted. So if you do earn a low grade on course or term work, you need to seek support right then. In high school, your homework can vary based on the course, approximately 5 to 10 hours a week. In university, students will have 25 to 30 hours of lecture, labs, and tutorials every week. For every hour in class, it's recommended you spend an hour outside of class learning the material. So this is an additional 25 to 30 hours of independent study and preparation time for courses per week. Now, let's talk about some tips for success. 1. Before you start your courses, make sure to read the course outlines or syllabi. These documents will go over course details like attendance policies, grading schemes, and deliverables for the courses. To prepare for class, make sure to read the material ahead of time to familiarize yourself with the content. Have all the supplies you need for your classes each day and come prepared to learn. 3. Contribute to class discussions, whether it be in a lecture hall or in a virtual discussion board on Brightspace. Look for opportunities to ask and answer questions without being disruptive to the learning environment. Students that regularly participate in class are constantly involved with the material and are more likely to recall a greater portion of the information. 4. Distractions can be, distracting. Give your learning your full attention. Make sure to put your phone down or out of view. Avoid surfing the internet and chatting with others. 5. Know where to get help for academics. You can watch our video on academic support. Reach out as soon as you need it. 6. Get to know your peers and form study groups to help with reviewing the material and sharing ideas. You can sign up for a study group on the Elsie McGill Learning Center's page. 7. Plan ahead and know your deadlines. 8. Use office hours. Office hours are an excellent academic support resource that often goes underutilized. 9. When in doubt, contact eCourse support at carleton.ca. We'll ensure that you get connected to the right contact to assist. The Engineering Academic Support Office, or ASO, is a useful resource for all of our engineering students. This is where you'll find the first year support team. The first year support team prepares first year engineering student block schedules, offers registration assistance, provides academic advising for all first year engineering students, and can offer you guidance as you prepare to begin your engineering studies. This team will be your go-to contact leading up to and throughout your first year in engineering. Everything from school supplies, to dates and deadlines, to prerequisites, to registration changes, to finding help with courses, the first year engineering support team is keen to assist. Please review our resources on our website. Contact us via email at ecoursesupport@carleton.ca if you have any questions. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get notifications on new first-year engineering prep videos we'll be posting throughout the summer. These videos will provide some helpful tips on navigating your first year of engineering here at Carleton University. Lastly, review our Foundations of Engineering course on Brightspace. This will help you recall foundational concepts you'll need for your first year courses. Thank you, and welcome to the engineering community at Carleton University.